We're here with Coach Jarrett from the Soo Thunderbird. Cole, can you talk a little bit? We were here today for the commitment of Jacob Smith to Lake State. Can you talk a little bit about his commitment?
Yeah, for sure. Great day, for sure. It's probably a little under a year since we were able. I think you and I talked after Camden had committed to Lake State as well, and they get cooler. I think as you go through them. Obviously we're so excited for Oni and he's got a bright future, and we always knew that about Jake, and whether him being part of the OHL with the 67s or ultimately the decision he made to go play D1 hockey, I think is not a decision that is to be taken lightly by anybody. Doesn't matter what position you're in, and I think he and his family, put the thought required into it and made the decision that's best for them. I think it's a great decision. I wouldn't tell a kid either way, where to go play. But for him, I think it's great. I'm just really excited for him, excited for their family. I know they really enjoy it for the right reasons, right? They enjoy it because Jacob really enjoys it, and they're happy to support him along the way. So it's nice to see good people like that get rewarded, and for Jake, it's just such an incredible opportunity to continue to grow as a hockey player. Continue to be a prospect for the pro level, well into his early 20s, and have an opportunity to continue to develop as a player locally, really. So I think all around it's a really cool day, and we're really happy for him.
And like I said, Cameron left from last year. He's playing down in Trenton this year, but to have two Soo local boys joining the roster at the same time says something about the program you guys are offering here, right?
For sure, yeah. You could say that. I would say that's fair. To me, it speaks to the players for sure. And the commitment they've made. From a young age, and we are fortunate here in the Soo, the position that both Jamie and I are in. We get to know these kids, from a young age, and which is unique, which is really neat, because then you get to see them progress through it. And then Jamie talked a little bit about it with Jacob. The first time we saw him, he just made it into the COVID group. They had taken 20 players. I think it was at his U15 year. And he came out and skated with us in the spring, and he blew me away right away just with his skating ability. He seemed very natural to him, and then once we got into more gameplay stuff, you could tell that the kid was a hockey player, right? And we were blown away that he hadn't played AAA to that point, and not surprised when once he got there, he made an impact, quite quickly, and just continued to get better. So just really cool to see where he's come from and where he's going to go, and we just feel fortunate to be a part of it, and with just the same with all these kids. So really happy for him.
And finally, not to put pressure on Jake, but what do you expect from Jake as a veteran this year?
I expect a lot of the same. Last year I put so much on him as a rookie. For the longest time, he was our #1 center. And not that he wasn't capable of it as a player. Just as a young player, there's lots of added responsibility that comes with that, right? So he handled it tremendously well. Not surprisingly, we knew that what we gave him, he could handle last year. So it'd be interesting what we actually put on him this year. We know that whatever we give him, he's gonna demand even more from himself. So, which is nice as a coach. It's a nice feeling to know that every time you look down at his number, you're gonna put him on the ice, that he's gonna give you everything he's got. So, I think it's just we're just gonna help him continue to grow now into more of a leadership role. Not something he would do naturally in terms of being outgoing or talking in the locker room, but with his play, he really leads by example. So I think that's one challenge we'll present to him this year.